And Honorable Kennedy Wahine Agyapong Asia youth on his birthday. Any more interactive in Komobia and ordin. It means some papa no air canon. We youth now tia and motivate ye. Chrese mitie papa na sema ya walk can. Mede to my brabo ho. And I may pick a lot of sense if you papa in some walk him chrese. And some papa no all canon any life experience and walk catch you to know. And I feel so also so you to know soon cry the motivation I want in some monocran or ding. It's way and send and per me, my fam who send me you to ye. A year a brantia a friend a year A+ across all your youth. So I say, Utian call for more online or more casasom your Utah or meet me bomb with this as you to know. Not just a me quite a me brew you to so. It may meet the honorable air can be. It may be saying I share a year program here honorable koye ewo a year on you to issue and some man walk and casano. Na yin some walk on near far bay woman film. Men share papa personality ni how we see casane and the boy funisa. I told be a normal air bufu Ghana. The papa no jino why I told be a boy funu or fire kakra film. It's in an man casano and sometimes ana or the fire film now cofa some diabano. It's my fa a year. Na tem didi no na yin more but yem fan sem na walk and papa na ewu mu no na you making sure say betimi ahwese betimi adi so nko ade a me sure say beboy committee ni nsem a no ye me frado asen dompem ana me ye say no manko school term na me ye hia ni bana utie how we see kasa next one making in life eno na me hu ana me dey challenge me ho say me pese me ye say papa no sana me pese me ye say papa no yenti nsem a they to you tunani.
I've never seen such a thing in my life of 61 years. Safo, you've done well. Thank you very much. I will thank all my friends who are here, MPs, ministers, and students, and the Pro-Vice for making today a great day for me. Once again, I say thank you. I think I'm fortunate. Why I'm fortunate is that many people do great things and they are only remembered when they die. But I've been fortunate to see what will happen when I die. Once again, I say a big thank you to all of you that have made it possible to be here. It's simple. I just have to share my life story to the youth who think there is no hope. There is hope. If a poor son, Kwame Agyapong, today stand before all of you, then you, at the age between 20 and 26, that you are in this university or institution, I share with you and encourage you that you will do better than me, because I never went to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I think at that portion, they were referring to my good friend Kwame Agyapong. I went to university at the age of 33. After driving taxi, working at gas station, bakery, I decided to go to university. And the reason was that in 1992, I sponsored Professor Aduabo, myself, Dr. Preku, and my boss, Lawyer Akwadwo from Asiedu, were in his house at airport, and he was sure that he was going to win. So he was forming his cabinet. And at that age, I had contributed immensely towards his campaign. So I was thinking at least I'll be made a deputy minister. And in his room, I saw the list. I didn't know the man is a prophet or was a prophet then. I took offense. That is why I went to university. Because Professor Aduabo tapped me here, said, young man, you're going to be a good businessman. I didn't understand. I thought maybe that time I had not gone to university and just a sixth former, maybe I didn't qualify to be a minister. Not knowing he saw something in me. I wish today he's alive for him to see that young man he tapped, he showed us that time. So after struggling in 1992 and we lost the election, I decided to go to school, Fordham University. And even that, when I was at Fordham University, I had over $1 million in my account at a Greek bank in Ghana here. And my business, as you grow and come up, or my colleagues here that are into business will tell you, the level of dishonesty in this country when you are doing business. In my absence, those are left behind collapsed my business. And I had to leave. So I stopped the school, the third year, going to fourth year at 3.8, and twice appearing on American Who is Who, I left. And I remember my dean, Professor Houston, calling my house, telling my wife to convince me to come back to school. Another thing that inspired me to stop the school was that my professor, economic professor, introduced me to a company called Smith Bank. That was Solomon and Solomon, today Smith Bank. And they agreed with me, the third year student, to pay me $120,000 then. Myself and one colleague, may he so rest in peace, Atta from Achinsua, who also got opportunity to work with AT&T. Atta was 120 and they offered me 89 until I finished. So I went back home and asked my wife, so you mean after going to school all this while, I'll come back home with 89,000 and even minus Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is the tax you have to pay. So I'm not going to take home 89,000. At the same time, Prof, my business was collapsing. So I was in a crossroad, whether to finish or leave and go and do my business. If I had completed Fordham University, I would have been in jail. You know why? Because I introduced the US lottery first in Ghana here. And my workers were collecting $5,000, giving receipts in my company name and depositing the money into their own accounts. And they could not even deliver the purpose why the people paid the $5,000. So I was owing a lot. And therefore, if I had continued to the final year, 1 year, God knows how much I'll be in debt I will be. So I decided to come home. And young men and women listening to me, honesty pays. I came back, all the money that they've collected, I had to refund the money from the money that I had saved with that Greek bank to have my peace. Today, I tell you, all of them are dead broke because of dishonesty. They are all dead broke. And I have survived because of honesty. I am interested in the youth because I've realized in this country, politics especially, is dividing this country. Politics is dividing this country. And as a result, I see young men and women coming to me with their applications looking for jobs. And I will start by saying that the students here, take your destiny into your own hands, and sky will be the limit. Government cannot employ all students, 100,000 students graduating every year. Don't expect that government, no country, that the government employs almost all the students or the labor force. I believe government has to do its part. Government has to be responsible by creating enabling environment for conducive businesses, conducive environment for people, entrepreneurs to take over and also create jobs to employ or absorb the students that come out of college. In Ghana, we have about 900,000 government employees. And we have over 5-6 million young men and women, the labor force I'm talking about, looking for jobs. So if you want to succeed in life, today, use me as an example that a poor soul that was born in Asiedu Nketia, I carried my chop box and trunk from Asiedu to Asare College, Cape Coast. Today, because we have good road, it's 45 minutes. Prof, that time, it took about 4 hours from Asiedu to Cape Coast. I got there, my hair was brown, my face was brown, everything. When I say brown, you understand, dust. A senior looked at me and called me, "Hey, come here. What is your name?" I said, "Kwame Agyapong. Where are you from?" Asiedu Nketia. And he stared at me, "Where is Asiedu Nketia?" I said, "Somewhere." He said, "A foam." You know, when you look at my trunk and chop box, it was painted with dust. But we survived. We survived with perseverance. You know, you see what we call fadamah. Some of the students, Saturdays, I remember very well. Some, in fact, when I was in London about 2 years ago, a friend of mine confessed to me that he was going to chase a girl in Wesley Girls and he had to go and borrow a spotless white shirt from one of our classmates. I could not. In the first place, I sing Dumpim English and Wesley Girls English. Yeah, you can imagine. They would not even look at you. So I was always sticking to my books, chewing baba, because the English, sometimes from that village, you don't even understand. But you have to chew and pour. I could memorize it and give you dito. In fact, Macbeth, I can tell you, from Act 1, Scene 1, all the way to the end, it is when I went to university, then I could understood what I was actually chewing in Asare College, but I chewed to pass. You know, with all this, you see friends, weekends, I will not mention names, it's not nice. They will come with their parents, luxury cars, and I remember one of them, he will put the car on reverse, and it says, "Attention please, this car is coming back. Attention please, this car is coming back." And we all go and surround the car looking at the, today when we see him. You know, it's hard work, trust me. I'm giving you all these references for you to know that there is hope if you take your destiny into your own hands and work hard. You can't sleep. You can't rely on government for everything. You can't rely on Agyapong for everything. You have to start something. Last week, we were at a funeral, and my good friend, His Excellency, was telling me, "Oh, as for the PK, you were lying." And I had to demonstrate to him. I had it on a plate, a bigger one. We have PK here, Tetra blade here, Nazareth is also a blade, Rob, and chocolate. So I'm going to Mr. Brian's place. I'll show you. Yes, PK chocolate, Tetra, Nazareth, yes, Rob. you know. And on vacation, I'll go to the airport and we sell my PK, and I'll see my classmates going to London. In fact, one day I came back and told my mother, I'm not going to sell the PK again because God doesn't like me. Not knowing God was preparing me for a place better than that. With that hardship and endurance, that is why I'm here today. And therefore, young men and women, never be solely headed that you've been to university and therefore your success is determined. It is not true. You have to work at it. And if you want to succeed in life, first thing in life is honesty. You have to be honest. A lot of people, when they are given opportunity, they try to steal, they try to be this. The dishonest ones, it doesn't end well for them. So key to success, the first thing is honesty. Second, hard work. I hope you are taking notes, because those who think at the end of your education you're going to be rich because you have a degree from UPSA, it's not true. Education will help you to analyze your expenditure, the revenue coming in, and all those things. But if you are not honest in your dealings, I'm afraid you will not succeed. If you are not hardworking, you will not succeed. Hard work in terms of what? Before I bought the taxis that they were talking about, I was working at the gas station and at the same time bakery, Zaro Bakery. Zaro Bakery, 40 hours, I was making $120 a week, take home. And my rent was $432. So if I'm earning $480 and I don't have extra job, I'll be left with what? About $48. So I had to do extra job by taking another job at Gasiteria gas station. And there, Monday 8 hours, Tuesday 8 hours, Wednesday 8 hours, Thursday 8 hours, Friday 8 hours, Saturday 24 hours, Sunday 24 hours, making 88 hours a week. Plus the Zaro Bakery, 40 hours a week, making 128 hours a week.
Wow.
And I was earning $400 a week, a guy without green card. That time, those with green card and American passports or American citizens, they will go to Waldorf Astoria or Hemsley Place, do their 8 hours, come back for their core 45 or Old English, and they will be enjoying themselves. That
on say yewo obi a oyewemfo yewo sikani ene wo premani yewo sankofo no mebre ho obi wo ho a abusua no ha wo musi training no e wo na abusua mu nti no wo check say nipa kro no ha wo si bone bra eno bi na honorable Ken e ka ho asem wa ono nim na chiu onim baby afuom ho no ofiri ba no onim da bia wo kasa bi o make reference asem dompem English o kasa na asa kai no baby a ofiri a wo ba sa na masua firi ne ho to me ye bibia me hwe me achi na makai de metimi aya ama machi de metimi aya aboa obi solutions na ye hwehwe me pese mebusa say ade na me papa anye wi na me anya de me mpesa asem me de na me dwene ho ono abo kasa otimi eka kosisu say ebra wa bono ntino mpese ne mma no ebe brese de ono no bre no enti wo training ne ma enti na japade ne oyenye ne ma wo enya Ghana for mu dia o enya Ghana for dia opre e de ama ne ma enti se da bi se nkora bi sore na so omo se ye kom de omo a ne ma ebedidi because omo papa bo bra Sa legacy ne bi na me pese me lady. Edrumre bi na enkofo bi asore esu a na me masere because omo papa abobra. Sa na me pese me lady. Etimita tie na asem no na me piki words bi free mu. Na afemi so me de bi ka me de ho. Se de be ya ebedru ba bi no. Metimi akasa sa de ono na ekasa no. Because o sika wutimi kan wa adwene sika timi ade Bible kra atwero sika timi ade nyina ye unika pra utiti se edwan ti odi tie nkoma odi obobo sika bi so wa hala muntie
time I'll be working. Through that, I bought my first taxi.
obi ya wose ono abu sika ede na wa ya magana de onye de na magana o mawu onye magana sese ala Ghana for na hwe no medwene ho a mitimi nti ase. Despite na yi mu nyina omo ho omo ye do metimi de aka ne ye ne madia na busuafo dia so ati ase sa na tie enti so obi papa wo sika na wo expect so obi papa mehwe wa ekombe de wo de tini se je bibi e ma wo nso ho emre ho ye ninka so ade chi ade sen ye konanim ede na wo ya ma wo ho eye bia so obi da bia de me pa achewo wo yesa no wanim kura nipa hu kura no omo serew e wo se obi so pa achewo na obi so frɛ boss itimi pese me ye de papa eye bi da bia me hwe na me study na me read no na me tie nsɛm a wo ka na me monitor no the steps bi a wo ye me pese me ye saa de ni bi enu ne si mani so itina me pɛ na asɛm no because say nsɛm a wo ka no se wo ye boni o so ye papa na ewo mu no na me misua firim on promise will be a heaven or promise we nyansa sua nyansa enti na me pɛ na asɛm yenti de wona aboka.
And every day I saved $100. 30 days, $3,000. I'll go to New Jersey and buy an old car, either Caprice or Impala, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. And I'll go to my insurance company. Age was 28. He asked me, "Are you an African?" I said, "Yes." "Where are you from?" "Ghana." "What work do you do?" I said, "I drive taxi." "And we are buying this house?" I said, "Yes." That is 28. My house was just next to Jennifer Lopez's parents. That was 622. They were in 622 Commonwealth Avenue, and I was in 624 Commonwealth Avenue. It went on and on and on. Here we are today. So that poor boy, they were calling a phone when I raised my hands to answer questions. All the students would turn and look at me because I was the tallest and the oldest. I went to school at the secondary school at the age of 16, whilst Gatisams and the rest were aged 10 and 11. So when I raised my hands to answer a question, they all turned. Kwame Agyapong, anu blofu chebe. You know, today they are proud of me. My classmates are really proud of me, and I thank them for that. So, Kwame Agyapong,
na onim menye surprise to say ye wo mpanyifo bi o moti eye program na se anase ye Ghana fo adehye bi wo ti program na se a de honorable kan ne ho ye nahi menye surprise enye de wo kan wo ti o na hi se wo as obi be kan obi kan wo ti ja wo ye gaga kra do ye wo bi wo ho ti wo kan sa o ye wo bi wo ho a wo ti eye program na se a de Kwame Agyapong wo kan no obi kan woni tim say jai so ho we gaga kura too much ontie de wo kan no etimemi wo ho misro ni papa because ade ni papa betimi aye no abo okra anasa abo akra makura ntimi nye enipa hu rough etimi enye obi woni mesere no aye na me show duty ya na masma wo so biti e wo mitirim menji wundi ba akokra me miame ho kra menji mi hu ni ma baji wadi eti utie de Kwame ka enkofo omotiti animu ho mo omotiti mu ni enipa bitimu a na hyi ohun ni say wo ye tu no kura adodo onko busa ekwan ofa so a wonya de wo ya wo ka no obedi na tem sisia enti me tie obi asɛm a na sɛ nipa koro no e de adwumaden ne nya saa de na me pese me hunu how we see yes saa adwumaden ne how we see survive ye na me pick bi eden efrim
Anu Blofo Cheme. Look at the people here. Just paying attention just to listen to me. Trust me, you can do it and do it better. It's just determination. You have to think big, dream big, talk big. Because in our society, when you dream big, your friends will tell you, oh, this guy is too new. He talks too big. You can't do it.
Asma me kind.
Never keep.
Asma me kind or no angasa sisuno.
I'm giving you my strategy. Never keep things to yourself. Tell the deputy minister sitting here that I can Agyapong. I'm going to build 45-bedroom house and read my lips. I'll build it. But the moment you tell her, if you are not able to do it, you have failed. So by telling her or telling a second person becomes a challenge to you, and you have to fulfill all the things that you have said that you're going to do it. True
pa. Me wo that experience no. Se metiana me yese mitimi boa enyanka kunafo. Aye challenge as aye burden da me so. Even madano na me dwene obi a anopa obedi ho Ghana. Abeye hawa beda me so. Me hunu se wo se me ye. Because my country wiase nyina se saa na me ye. Enti abeye another part of me e was say there be a me dwene say nkofo no mo ha no e de na ekoso wo ho e de na asi wo ha we wakohwe we ama we sika we anya say we anya aduane we anya me sa dwene on na me chere enti de kwame kan a trooper senior man that say a trooper.
So tell somebody that one day I will be somebody, and you will be somebody if you are determined. Say after me, one day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
I'll
Tell
be
your
somebody.
friend. One day.
One day.
One day.
One day.
I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
And you will.
And I will, for
you
real.
Will. Don't give up in life
I'm even in it.
Challenges you are going through today, turn all your negatives to be positive by enduring the challenges and standing up to the challenges.
True, pa. Me starting my programs here me online. A lot of challenges. Now you striking me page. Now you close me page. Now you report me page. Yes, no. Now still me me because some mommy another way of thinking. Some mommy another way of creating awareness. Me ho because my year back could be a feeling to me experience. No, it is a wo share sia. No nkyerɛ sɛ ka fam ho ɛno mumu ɛma wo ɛhyɛ wo den ɛsan ma wo experience sɛ hwe na wa hwe ase no ade na ɛma wo hwe ase no onkoye biem na wasa hwe ase because wo kɔ hwe ase no feelings na water ma hwe ase na no den ɛkɔm de wo it will try so say aba back it me ma hwe ase no ɛyɛ experience de ma me da bia me ka kyerɛ nkɔfo sɛ o yere na so yere gyaao na akɔware foforo Kacha or yellow for no aware no. On for respect and as a gratitude, on show appreciation to that dano. A dientia. So when ya wasn't going now. To yere that dano. Enya wa and can new one now. And at that dani jai wono at the crow di jai wono un sound ko ye bim the new one is where jao. Into that biana was set show appreciation. Edi ma baby a wo hwe ase no. Ti se nipa wo te wana show appreciation. Almost the biano. Utimi ku wani because time a wo hwe ase no de no mumu ye den e ye wo ho afutuo enti da bia mo nkancha mo yere mo so wo yere first one na wo ne gyae no wa second one on show appreciation to the first one e di entia because say ba ko ne gyae wa se nko anya ala ba ko ni gyae wa de ko nti odi gyae wo nko ye biem na second one so gyae enti when you experience from obi ba so show appreciation ono abo enko a
it is not going to be smooth. Life, what I call life and success, is like multitudinous incardinal. multitudinous in Canada.
It's
like weights, goes up, it comes down, and it goes up. If you go up and come down, you better get up, boy. If you don't get up, that's the end of you.
It's true.
But when you get down, it's the experience. When you get up again, you don't want to come down, because when you were there, the terrible things you went through becomes a lesson to you. Friends that you buy beer for them to drink, when you get broke, the things they will say about you,
it's true,
all becomes a lesson.
It's true.
That you would not want to get to that level again.
It's true. Me ba Israel ha. Minya problem. O sikasem ho. Enkofo a na omo eka me kirasem. Ehumi ana omo sere kire me. Bibia ye okay di maame. Sa nkofo ko na me hu omu nyina. Enti me ni omu tu anamo a minim ha wa mesim ni omu tu anamo, because minje omu ndi, because minim setama me hwe ase no. Minim de omo ka fa me ho. Ana me hwe ase na man sori a nka ma hwe ya no. Enti me nam hon me experience man na me nam o. Minim bibia. Like bia mitima ye like bia bi. Like bia no ho a mintimi nye bi. Because me hustler na me ni bra me de nam no. Enti minim de akonyina. Ti sanity o check environment na wo na. Tama wonya problem no. Omo ne wo siri sisi no. Omo ene ma o sa problem no. Enso tama wo ye na na bibia ye okay no. Omo na esa atwea be o asa be pe hype wo nchen. Enti wo hunu sa de no. Make sure say obema omo eye space, big time space pa. Because opeso wo sa ba back no sa asere wo. Enti me te wo no, menim eye mekura no enti me te wo no ma eden, me dwene me ho. Obi be se eti adumani ani asamwa ne no nsa. So what I say, eye be na me bu.
And when you begin to think positively like that, trust me, you're going to succeed. And all those friends who were laughing at you, one day you invite them again. But you tell them to their face, I will tell you straight away, you know, whatever you said about me 10 years ago when I was broke, I know, but eat, drink, and go. But you have taught me a lesson. That is why I've succeeded.
And there was one I will miss Musician. And you miss me start here, Saturday, no more so ASRE, and that could be invite you one day. Big party pa, no my catcher or mustri said the honorable carry through. Memo my always a minimba.
So life is how you make it. Nobody can do it for you.
Debbie.
See, I always tell my children that I may there one day, and when I'm dead and gone, because you did not go through the hardships I went through, you might not be able to sustain the wealth I've left behind.
So what I say, it's not make catch or say, Wontumi nka say honorable Sikadian Wayama Ghana, or say, se wo kwa Agyapade a waja wa akire no o kire ne manan ye din se de bo mitima hweso wo ye ne ba wan mo brana de wani koto obi so comedy o obi antimi mo bra ma ono abo bra wo bo no obo ama ne ma o otire ye na se bi so so a ono ne pe no de ama o e ya kyede humo bro no wono so no de ama wo onye ne ba o fili so o ma o bibi keke edunti ga se wono abuska o de no ya magan de no ya magana ade na wo ya ma wo ho eno ne ebusa ona bo de wo yi o kasa wate o se ne ma so wu a ne ma ene wo se hwe nachi nti wo so o choma ne na ne ma wo ye ne ba de mobra na fu ani tu obi so
I'm teaching them
so what
them the hard way. You make a mistake, you're out.
So what
One strike, you're out. Oh, fortunately for me, I have many children.
So what
So parable of the sower. Some will fall on the wayside, others will germinate. Then you move on. I'm inculcating discipline into them. I don't want them to be solely headed like those kids who were driving their father's cars. Attention, please, this car is coming back. You know, my son is here. We went to Dubai. He used his own money to buy his second car. I said, good. Whilst my brother came to me and said, oh, this is your Mercedes that you are not using. Why don't you give it to your son? I said, you see, you are older than me, but I have to tell you, you are foolish. You are foolish. That is why all your children have not succeeded. I should give my S class to my son. When he graduated, honorable, the same school with you, that's where he did his master's, Wales. I bought him a first car. And his second car, he has to work and buy it himself. My brother was telling me, oh, give him your Mercedes S500. I said, me? S500? I was carrying water 6 a.m. in the morning. And he got the first car. Me, I wore shoe at the age of 16. 16, when I was going to secondary school. Even that, I had some severe beatings from my father. Because I didn't know he was going to London that time. And that time, you didn't need a visa. You only need money. And that poor teacher, I don't know, he didn't have money. He went and he was deported. So he brought his anger back to Kumasi. And we were children of teachers. That time, all my friends, their parents have bought them shoes. So when you go to their house, then they'll go and bring the shoe. This is what my father bought me. That time, my father probably was in London airport being deported. I didn't know. So when he came and I said, I want a shoe, I remember very well. Kumasi Home Stores. That was the first time they opened Kumasi Home Stores. He went there, we couldn't get the shoe. And I said, I won't go home. So they convinced me to go home in a week later. I had severe beatings and they took me to my village. When my auntie saw the clothes I was wearing, he asked me, what's your problem? I can't take this. Straight, he put me in a train, sleeper, from Takoradi to Accra, to my mother. When my mother saw me, she asked, what is wrong with you? I said, I want shoe. And she started crying. That's it, that's all. And there's a shop opposite her place, Sika Ofie. So he went there and bought me my first shoe when I was going to Asiedu College. So now, you finish university, you have your own car. You spoil the car, you want me to buy you another one. Wow, it won't happen. We went to Dubai, he came to me, oh, Daddy, I bought a car. Now he's so chiseled, he doesn't want to spend it. You see, he doesn't want to spend his money. First, at ease, oh, Daddy, then they'll be doing this. One day he was arrested by the police. They called me from America. Hey, my father is Kenneth Japan, this and that. They called me. I said, yes, let me talk to the police officer. The police officer explained to me. I said, I'll lock him up. They lock him. My friend had to beg me for 3 hours. I said, no, I just turned off my phone. So I don't know how he got out. See, this is how I train my kids. And now he's doing very well. See, they have organized these beautiful things here. I say thank you to Kenneth and Safo and Oman FM, Ken City Media. You guys have done very well. So youth, in this country, we are rich. We can be from 10,000. So I gave a check, 10,000 cedis. Then it came to 5,000, and one woman gave it. The rest, they couldn't, then they came to 500, 200, they were clapping. Saw a lot of people coming out with their 2 cedis, and the whole church was quiet. 1 cedi, quiet. 50 pesos, quiet. Okay. Then, chairman of the occasion, I had to talk. And I said, I'm very, very disappointed in Methodist Church. And because of your behavior today, I won't go to Methodist Church again. Because the first time I entered here, you said, oh, today can Agyapong abaya ye. Me the fed here and this kind of man and your dog. But I see that old lady coming with 1 cedi with joy in her face. God will bless her more than me. but you didn't say thank you to them. So he said, oh, we apologize. Let us clap for those who brought 1 cedi. my mother swore never to invite me again. You know, so my reference is that all of you that go to church 24/7, I go once a year when I'm invited. When I go there, I'll be given the best seat because I've worked hard. And that day, all the 365 days collection you've given to the church, I can give 2 times more than that. And therefore, I'll be giving the best place. So why can't you be one of those guys who can also go there and give the best offering? You can only do that when you work hard. So please, let's take our destiny into our own hands. There is no witch anywhere. Before ni baby, when you fail in life, then you attribute it to your grandmother. You fail in life, you attribute it to your father.
True. Before ni baby, yankasa ne ya bɛnfo no. Wope bɛnfo huna na hu wankasa ho o mero mu a wo na ye bɛnfo. Bɛnfo ni baby a. Udi ubone ye de obeye na unya sunsunsanso wiase bɛnfo. Bɛnfo nye ole. Bɛnfo bia ni baby a. De hia ne se obehwe nyanka awisia ne akunafo mpaye mu ntimi mbobi. Omo abebo mpaye ne de asoso ama. So atiase. Eye simple. Enya yigidigidi bia.
When you were smoking jar, yeah, man. Yeah, today, morning show, this. Was your grandmother there? Was he there? When you were stealing from your boss and you got fired, was your grandmother there? So please, I don't believe in those things. No witches anywhere. And God, the way I run my mouth, if indeed there's witches that you claim to be, where will I be? No. You just have to take your destiny into your own hands. Challenge yourself. I'm doing what I'm doing today. I went to 37 Military Hospital and I said, I'm going to build ultra-modern cardiothoracic center for Ghana. I was yearning to do this because we have to prove to Ghanaians and ourselves that we can make it without a white man. Let's challenge ourselves that we can do it. I went there, the architect brought a design and he said 45 bedroom. How much? $2 million. I started laughing. Said, that's all. Kolebu, what is the size of the cardiothoracic center there? He said 30 beds. Say double it. Or give me 2.5 size of that. So today I cut a sword for 80 beds. I've given them a deposit. And I have 1 year to pay $3 million to finish the project with the equipment. And trust me, I'm going to do it, and I'll do it. Doctors, they crack their brains, work steady, and they don't pay them well. They wanted just $11,000 to go for training for 6 months to come and man this facility. And they don't have 11,000. For 1 year, 7 doctors can afford $11,000 each. I calculated 11,000 times 7 is 77. I said, I'll give you 100,000. Put the rest for allowance. I got this inspiration from a family. When my father was sick and admitted at St. Barnabas Hospital in New Jersey, whilst he was in the room, I was reading what is on the board. And the story goes like a couple, husband and wife, built the whole hospital. Although they've expanded it, they built the whole hospital for even me, or I, the African, has benefited from there. So why can't I do the same for my country? I'm doing this for my country. No politics. NDC, MPP, CPP, we are all bogus. We are all bogus. We are polarizing the country, and it's about time that we speak and criticize ourselves and make sure we change the destiny of the youth of this country. I live for you. So live for your brother too. That's the only way we can change the destiny of this country. Talking plenty, criticizing good things being done in this country, you get your opponent to turn it around and destroy the good intention of whatever you want to do. That must stop and move this country. I'm setting the pace and challenge for you, the youth, that if that poor boy from Asiedu Nketia has done it, you can do it better. If that poor boy who could not speak English, anytime you raise your hand, today, I raised $3 million at ease. A PK seller and a graduate like you will do far better than me. So you should have hope. You should have hope that the future will be bright. You are not going to be like this for the rest of your life. If you work hard, you don't cheat people. I tell the guys all the time that look, even when you are in the mood of having sex with your wife, a call will come. Can Agyapong, your money is ready. I say, honey, you got away, baby. I got to take that money. When I come back, fresh mind, good heart, I give you good sex. So you have to marry your job. That is what I mean. Marry your job. And your wife and family will be happy. And some of you will tell you, oh, okay, my wife and the family are home. I have to go home. When there's money to be made, Acquah Jimmy. Just pick a phone. Honey, you know what? I got some deal on the table here. Let me finish before. I'm going to be late for an hour or two. Finish the deal. You go home. Money is on the table. Manakajo said, when money is on the table, I've seen a nice lady who had come to complain to me that she is getting divorced. Why? Said, the husband cannot take care of the family. I say, wow, sky moja ambao. Oh, Drane Kachro, so money is not anything. Manakacho, read Ecclesiastes 10:19. It says, food is for laughter, wine is for merrymaking, and money answers it all. When you do that, you work hard, you make the money, you go to church on Sunday, you also give some to God. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against worshiping. No. Any man who says there's no God, to me, you are a fool. If you want to know God, just sleep. When you are tired and you sleep, ask yourself, when you were asleep, where were you? That body that is talking to everybody here, I go to bed and I'm nobody. That alone tells me there's a superior being. The superior being that I don't know is God, whatever you call it. So I believe in God. But I don't want to be over-reliant on God for everything. That is the problem I have in this country. We are over-reliant on God for everything. The white man brought this Christianity. Go to Germany and check how many people go to church. Go to England, check. Go to USA, check. And we are always in the church. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my house in Tema. Monday I'll see, especially the ladies. I'm going to my site as early as 5. The school filled. I said, gee. So I was with a Chinese lady, and she asked me, what are they saying?
Okay, we shall for any honorable meeting on it. You to no kushia ABC. Also, bet me to comment aba, but me messiano mammy brave papa you ho. Me who say aboa me because say or can send me maybe no say who be a juma ewo ukrum Ghana mem involve a bushiani mem because on why be down my one succeed and what kind of crunty our cancer. From there no me ye bibia me ma enipa omunyi mabusua na ebam ne masa ma sa nipa na fa anda emrem se de be ya se nipa no yem bibia na mama mra ne nadi so obedam o si ebechi no ebe jeli no ho de anya ma asem. The most important thing is me bɔ madwuma ho ban etimi tie ni nsɛm a me fa nsɛm wo mu no se ye nyina ye make sure say ye wie bibi wo ye krom Ghana ho na ye nkɔfo na ye fo mama ye adwuma no enyi ye nuanom na ye nkɔfo foforo na ye bɛye ne ye ma ye ni akɔ amemra ye adwuma ewo ya nkase ye adwuma mu a because Bible class ba bia wo japade ho no wakoma wo ntime makoma wo madwuma ho ntime wo ba ye madwuma me make sure say adwuma na wo ba ye no emra na ewo ho no ya kyekere e de atoa wo wo da ho boso me metua wo ka wo ye bibi na mani nye ho na mbese me chi utuma ma eche wo de watum me mfa ho ne me pa acho sem bia ye ne sana bu se Ghana fo no adwene be start na ye adwuma ena nya afi na me hia ho na me frɛ wo no ana me wo mpaebo ana me ko meeting na me ko ha meji wadi na me de nipa foforo aba me ni adaje for explanation ye omo sa bu so afo mo dwene a so mo dwene te se nipa na afi ni no ma bia be kama yen start ne nya sam ye so se bibia be kama ye nuanom mo Ghana de omu hia ye ai serious training no omu hia se de ye ni ye training ye wo ye ni akontuma ye we no ye betimi training omu so sa wo Ghana o meti ase onti ase sesen ubetimi no comment aba